Hey everybody! Today I thought I would share with you my February Midori notebook that I've been keeping. I'm a little bit behind, you could say, but I thought you might want to see what I did manage to finish. I don't do a whole lot to the cover of my Midori. I usually just put the stamped date, maybe some washi tape or some stickers. And I did, of course, add the Cocoa Daisy paper clip at the top. Almost everything that I've used in this particular one is from my Cocoa Daisy kit, but I did pull in, I think, some washi tape, maybe from just my stash. Last month, I did a few things to the calendar page, and that's really not me. So this month, I just left it blank. I started off, you'll see that my particular Midori doesn't necessarily go in chronological order because the very first spread is about Valentine's Day, which is in the middle of the month. But that's okay. I like to give myself the freedom to work on whatever pages I want to work on at a given time. And I talked a little bit on here about what I got the fella for Valentine's Day, what he got me, what we did, and then I just included a photo of us. The next page is about my best friend and about what's going on in my work life. My best friend announced her retirement in February, and the picture here, which is not very flattering of me at all, is actually really funny though, because it's my snarl that was my reaction when she signed the paperwork at school for her retirement. I mean, I'm happy for her and everything, but you know, I don't have to be that happy. I can be, you know, slightly jealous and foul about it too. So I talked a little bit about different things that were going on at work because this is something that I might not remember years from now, particularly since February is almost always a really stressful month for me at work. I thought it would be nice to have a record of some of the things that were happening. I made a list of 10 things that the fella and I like to do for date night. This is something that I can see becoming a mini album at some point potentially, because we've done, I think, all of the things on the list, and they're all things that I hope that we do again. So that should be fun to do. I also use these puffy sticker numbers that came in my Cocoa Daisy kit. Those are some honkin' numbers, and so I can't imagine using them necessarily on a regular layout, but I thought they were a fun element for my Midori. I also included some different stickers from this month's kit, but it's mostly just writing. I made a list of upcoming events, things that were going to happen soon, mostly birthdays and classes or events that I have planned. And then on the other side, I have a list of projects I want to make. I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit that I haven't made any of them. I started working on the Paris 2015 album, but I haven't made much progress. So I guess, it's April, the first week of April when I'm making this video. So yeah, the projects I want to make are at this point kind of a failure, but they'll get better. I'll make them someday, right? One of the elements that I've started including in every month for my Midori is the quoted section. And so I have some different quotes that I've written down. And then I also included a couple of pictures of the snow that we got this month. We've had a couple of really snowy winters where I live, and I bet in 5 or 10 years I won't remember those things. So it'll be nice to have this documented. I did create a page just for a February selfie. You guys know me, you know that that's something I'm sort of known for. And then of course down here at the bottom, instead of saying sweet things to myself, I'm a little bit critical. But aren't most women like that? Surely I'm not the only one. And then over here on the right hand side, I'm doing this currently list in every month of my Midori. And I think that might be fun to maybe go back and do a mini album over the course of the entire year. You know, I could have a layout, for example, about all the things I watched during the year, or all the different books that I read, and that sort of thing. This is just a picture spread about basketball. living in Kentucky, basketball is kind of our thing this time of year. And so I wrote at the bottom, February is for basketball. Over on the left, the fella's kiddo played upward basketball. So I have a couple of pictures there. And then on the right, the three of us were at a game at Western Kentucky University. We also went to a bunch of Bowling Green High games, but I don't always take a picture of those. So these were the ones that I had printed and available already. On this page, I made a little layout about what my perfect day would look like. It's not really anything fancy or exciting. I mean, I was assuming it would be my perfect day here at home, not my perfect days in some exotic city or on some exotic beach or something. And then I included a picture from this month and just some washi tape for fun. This spread is about chores, and that's not a very fun topic, but I thought it might be kind of neat to look back someday and look at the chores that I do every day, the chores I do every few days, the chores I do weekly, my least favorite chores, and the chores that I hire out for other people to do, either with money or my sparkling personality, to see if people will help me with them. I bet my chores list looks a lot like yours. And here, this is something I probably don't do often enough. I decided to make a list about all the things that I really love about the fella. And I titled it, Why You Are My Absolute Favorite. I ran out of room to include a picture of him on here. So I guess maybe I should write his name at the bottom or something. I guess I just assumed people will know who I meant. But it's a list of 10 things that really I think are pretty special about him and about our relationship together. And in honor of Valentine's Day in the month of February, I thought that was apropos. I also did a list. This was a page in the Midori that had all sorts of nicknames on it. So I thought it might be fun for me to make a list of the various nicknames that I have for people in my life. So I included nicknames for my daughter, for the fella, for his little boy, and for the dogs. And then over here on the right, I included a photo of the dogs all snuggled up on the couch wearing their sweaters. I told you it had been a snowy, cold February for us here in Bowling Green. So I love this picture. I think it's pretty cute that they're all toasty. I have this heart paper clip here to differentiate between the part of the Midori that is decorative and the part that is my planner. So I'll take that off just so you can see. My planner pages are really not decorative. I just include plans that I have, appointments. There are times when I cross things out when they don't happen. There are days when I don't write anything down. That doesn't mean I didn't do anything those days. It just meant that whatever was happening didn't really have to go in the planner. It's very ordinary. It's appointments, it's stuff about work, it's, things that I'm doing with my family or my friends. Not super exciting, but I thought some of you all might enjoy being able to take a look at that. And here at the very end of the booklet, I actually have 2 pages that are blank. And, at first I was sort of going to beat myself up about that, and I almost didn't even do today's video because I was afraid you would judge me or whatever. But then I realized that was a little bit crazy, that there was no reason for me to force myself to do 2 extra pages that weren't necessarily legitimate in order to be able to show you what I had done in my February Midori. So we're just going to call those pages Room to Grow. And if I realize there's something I want to include there, or I get some pictures printed later on and I have some extra February ones, I could always put those back there. That's totally okay. I'm not going to stress about it too much. So there you have it, my February 2016 Cocoa Daisy Midori project. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at it and that you visit me next month to see my March version. See you later. Bye.